Virgo, hello. Welcome to your general reading for love, which is the essence of the universe, the essence of who you are, the truth of who you are, that love of source that flows through you, that you are an expression of. What is your relationship with that? Because when you understand the relationship with that, you understand your relationship with everything else, including romance. Okay. Now, the first thing that I want to tell you before I draw any cards for you, so I'm going to draw a card for you from the universe. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. I'm going to draw a manifestation card. But things have been very challenging for the overall energy of Virgo at the moment. If you're on a cusp, look at both readings so you get a better understanding. You can also, if you want to look more in depth for specific things like, communication and love and those things, you can look at the link down below in the description that says natal chart, free natal chart. But for Virgos, typically, the energy has been very challenging lately, very contrived. There's been a lot of sort of confrontation. There's been fighting going on. There's a lot of things that you might have been quiet for a while, that you weren't quiet anymore, actual physical fighting, drawing yourself away from certain things, stepping away from the equation. It might, life has been calling you towards certain directions for a while, and you would sort of like ignore that call, and the call in itself became so strong that you could no longer deny it. And the reason for that is because the calling within yourself to live the truest version of who you are has become so strong. So just to put things in context, to understand that even though we might be having confrontations with other people sometimes, how it may play out, remember, we are all playing this game of life together. And sometimes when we're very hesitant to make a move, as the typical energy of Virgo can be sometimes, you need somebody to give you that nudge in a positive direction. And sometimes it's a gentle nudge, and sometimes you need to get a very good kick. Okay, but I'm sending you love because I know that it's been very challenging for many of you, and also a lot of you, it's been challenging because you've been more sort of in your emotions than you would have preferred to be. All right, so let's see what we've got for you. Take what resonates, and I always encourage, if something comes across, whether you're a Virgo or you're just a cross watcher, or you are a cross watcher, let's not talk our cross watchers down. Okay, hi cross watchers. For those who don't know me, my name is Adrian H. I'm intuitive healer. For all the regular supporters, welcome back. Okay, we're gonna see what we have for you, just as a message from the universe. But if something resonates, just open your heart, mind, and soul to take a breath and breathe it in. And it doesn't have to be an all dramatic type of, you can just take a, and trust also, which I love so much. I came across this concept a couple of years ago in the book You Can Heal Yourself by Louise Hay. And there's also a video on YouTube that you might like to check out. It's called The 101 Power Thoughts for Life. And, it puts things in context. It says to you that, the spirit, it doesn't put it exactly in these words, but the source that is there for us and life that is there for us, it gives us everything that we need. It gives us the breath that we need. Because if we don't breathe for like 3 minutes forward at the most, you're going to choke, you're going to die. All right, and if the source that provides for us can be sure that there's enough breath for you to live without you even thinking about it, the intelligence within you cooperating with source, if you can open your heart and mind and soul to sort of like experience so much more, imagine when you start communicating to source from a point of love, what it is that you'd like to have. All right, the time to be a doormat has passed. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, let's see. Virgos, give such beauty to the world. You deserve the best. I love my Virgos. I love my Virgos. Maybe I'm even a little bit biased. I'll just admit it. Alright, so this is like too many cards that came out here. I'm going to put them back, and I'm going to ask just for one, but I can see the beautiful overall message over there. So if I can maybe have a card that just sort of encompasses it all. There. Oh, speaking about encompassing it all, the world. Oh, so this is you moving to a new cycle. And tarot itself works in, it's like a story basically, you know. And so when you do a reading, you check where somebody is within the story. This is the end of a cycle, a powerful, beautiful, necessary, shaping, forming cycle. But the cycle itself is now done. And sometimes it can be very challenging to, you know, because you're not really all that crazy about change. And so sometimes when the cycle is done and you have to go to the new cycle, you know, we could think about it like this. Life only gives you what you give to it. So you might be fighting with other people, for example, but, you know, your outer world is an inner reflection of, you know, like what's going on inside. It's a mirror reflection. So consider all this fighting and things that you're doing. Is it really them, or is it me, you know, having challenges with merging into the next step of life, which is the step that is, you know, the natural next step for me to take. Okay. Right, so we're going to do your Celtic cross. So we're going to see what is the current energy where you are. What is your point zero, which is where you are right now. Four of Cups. You do not like what life is serving up, or serving up for you. You don't like what life is serving up. You may not realize that you are being offered a grand opportunity right now. It may seem like things are falling apart, you know, that everything's going down the drain, that somebody kind of pulled a chain. That's how your life might be feeling. You're like, no, say maybe, yeah, bye. Okay? And what you may not realize is that there's a version of you that is ready to step forward in a beautiful way, looking at the chain being pulled and understanding that the time for that has passed. Okay? Sometimes you're very concerned if you go to this next step. What about other people? Because as a Virgo, there's almost always somebody that's depending on you, because you just got that beautiful thing going on. As you step forward into your next cycle, you might be able to help those people even more. Life does not take you forward by sort of making you lose out. You always gain more if you go with the actual flow. Okay. Otherwise, you realize you experience frustration, and then you get stuck, and then you look back, and you may actually see in your life. You look back, and you're like, oh, if only I did this that time. If only I took that chance. If only I believed in this. If only I did this. If only I did that. Okay. So this is what this energy at the moment. You're being pushed so hard because on a cellular level, on a soul level, on a molecular level, you don't want to miss out on the loop again, because you've missed out on the loop several times. You're like, never, not again, okay? Your moving forward benefits everybody else, even though it may not seem that way right now, okay? What is this wanting to come up? Nine of Cups. You've been having beautiful dreams in your heart that you probably never even spoke about. It could also be, I feel that this may not be for everyone, but I feel it for a large majority, even those that might be in a committed relationship or a marriage right now. I'm just going to have to give it to you. You may have had your eye on a different sort of goal, ideal person, specifically, I feel. And never allowed yourself to be that a possibility for you. It's become a possibility now. And you might not even have realized that. It's become a possibility. Because you were praying, and you were like, you know, praying, asking if it's possible. And so life hurt you. So at the foundation of what's feeding this energy, the soil that it's planted in, this energy, the Empress, things are busy working out. And the beautiful thing is you don't actually need to do that much, because as you move to this new cycle, life only takes you to the new cycle once you are ready for it. It doesn't take you there and they're like, oops, you know, we still needed to do this. It's not like you walk past a wall and then, you know, you smear your black coat, or let's just say I'm wearing white. So you don't smear your white, maybe say against like a bright yellow or green wall. And like, oops, it wasn't dry. It doesn't make those mistakes. When you speak about the universe's energy and preparing something for you, the universe prepares your next step about as good as you as a Virgo prepare the next step in life for absolutely anything. The way that you offer somebody a sandwich and you turn it into an amazing experience for them, that is what life does for you too. Okay, because life matches you. Okay. Okay. What brought you to this energy? You wanted to feel secure in your life, in your world. You were almost like a stranger in your own world. You know, you're just there. If somebody wants to get something and you give and they take. And you're not there in that. You know, you were not prepared to be in that space anymore. You really. Could be conscious work, but it could also be not so much, that you started loving and appreciating yourself and approving of yourself more and more and more, and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stand for this anymore. Okay. Energy above you, Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning in your favor. The tarot reader from Cape Town, South Africa, Adrian, said, with my team that call themselves Smile, things are affirming, things are turning in your favor. You are not seeing this message by chance. Let's see what's around the corner for you. What's around the corner? Tarot is almost like a little bit of a gossip. It gives you that little bit of an insight, you know. 3 of Cups. Wonderful support structure. New soul family, or expanded soul family rather. Sorry, expanded soul family, they're correcting me. Your cup is literally about to flow it over, and it's weird. It's with love. There's something over there, some little dilemma, you know, that you would be with them if only it wasn't for this or that, or. And it's almost like you're realizing that you were holding yourself back with this. So it's like you're willing to make a compromise, but you're also realizing that in making this compromise, it's almost like the excuse that you used all along why you couldn't get what you said you wanted to get. But now there's no more need to have this, and so you're kind of letting that go. Good stuff. Many reasons to smile coming your way. Now, let us see, beautiful Virgos. What do we have? What does Source want you to know? What does Source of all want? I thought that card was coming out. Evidently not. Okay. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You may feel that where you are right now, it's almost like you may feel that you might need to give up everything or lost everything, or that you have to choose either this or that. You want to open your mind and heart and soul to the idea that maybe there's a way that everybody can win within the situation, just because, and it's almost like you can actually see the solution. But you've got a tough time accepting that life will give you something so grand, because some of you have been sort of used to that space of suffering. Okay, now, what might be going on and you're not aware of it? King of Swords and the Devil. You're somehow separating yourself one way or the other, but it's also giving you perspective in how, you know, you sort of invested in an energy pattern that didn't really serve you very well. Okay, so let's look at the ways in which you're holding yourself back, you know, those blind spots that we don't always see. Right. You've got the Emperor, you've got the 5 of Cups, and you've got the 2 of Swords. They all just came out, so I'm just going to give them all to you. Okay. Actually, they came out Emperor first, 5 of Cups, 2 of Swords. It's like you want independence, you want this situation, you want this person, you want this life, you want all of this, but you also, somehow, you opened yourself to the idea of this in the past. Whether it's romance, whether it's business, it doesn't really matter what the situation is. You opened yourself to this idea in the past fully. It took a lot of bravery, and it didn't work out. So now you're sort of stuck on a current situation on a current situation based on past experiences. You're not that person anymore. You've changed. So you're feeling stuck because you're not that person anymore. You've changed. Okay? So the choices that you would have made before are not options for you right now. And that has been coming up for a lot of people in a lot of zodiac signs in readings as well today. That you're feeling stuck. But the reason why you're feeling stuck, and when we understand these things, it's amazing, is because you're not a person that you were before. You're different now. Okay? Let's see what is the outcome for this energy. 5 of Wands, Knight of Wands. Learning to choose your battles wiser. This is you in a sense of like, okay, so I need to sort out this and this, and this is very, very wise. I need to sort out this, I need to sort out that, I need to sort out this, I need to sort out that. That needs my attention, that needs my attention. Okay. Which one of these problems am I going to work on first? Instead of all of them. Okay, this is you using that brilliant categorizing mind of yours to your advantage. I love to see that. Okay, we're going to draw you and claim it that you've got it. Claim it that you've got what it takes to align yourself with this perfect solution. You don't have to create it, it's already there. You're in line with it. The timeout is serving you well. Right, so I'm going to draw your Law of Attraction card, and also if that resonates with you, Virgo, I'd really appreciate you liking the video. I always love comments. I like to know where you're connecting from. I'm in Cape Town in South Africa. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Check out my amazing friend who does all my beautiful thumbnails, AC Digital Marketing Solutions. There's a link down below in the description. And the cards keep on coming out for you double. So there's 2 cards coming out. Remember, you're heading to a new phase. That's what we were talking about. New, and sometimes, you know, sometimes you get these beautiful new blessings, and they don't always feel like blessings in the beginning. Okay? Cool. So, my thoughts are in harmony with health. My thoughts are in harmony with health. Physical health, emotional health, mental health, that type of vibe. At the back it says, I want perfect health. I like feeling good. I enjoy my good feeling body. And also remember, sometimes you can feel your emotions so strongly when you do, because this is the spirit feels messy to you because it's so emotional. It's almost like when you drop sort of lead on like a counter or something. It's very difficult to sort of gather it back because it rolls all over the place. For those of you that ever, you know, work with that, be careful if you do. It's poisonous. Okay. I have many positive memories of feeling good in my body. I see many people who are clearly in a state of good health, and it is easy to see how much they are enjoying their good feeling bodies. When I think thoughts like these, I feel good. These thoughts are in harmony with a healthy body, because you want to be mindful. It's like your emotions can start affecting your physical health. All right? It says, I can change my life by changing my thoughts. Bingo. Okay? By choosing a thought that feels slightly better than the thought you have been thinking, you can gradually change the direction of your thoughts. Remember, all those emotions, one by one. As you make small changes, it has huge impacts on the platform of the universe. I like to use the example that, you know, when you put a little bit of spice, a little bit of salt, an extra spoon of, whatever into a pot of food, you change the dynamic of the pot of food. All right. I don't like sugar in my coffee, something that you don't really need to know, but I like strong coffee with cream or with milk. Okay, full cream milk, but no sugar. You put half a spoon of sugar in there, it changes the dynamic of the cup of coffee, and I no longer like it. Okay, small changes. By focusing upon a better feeling thought, the law of attraction will respond to that thought, and therefore the balance of your thoughts will now improve. On the other token, if you do like sugar in your coffee, and say maybe you like 2 spoons of sugar, let's make it 3 spoons of sugar. Let's sweeten the deal. It's 3 spoons of sugar. Okay. If somebody gives you 2.5, you're going to feel like there's a little something missing. When they give you the other half a spoon, it tastes fantastic. And that is how a changed thought impacts your life. See you all next time. Bye.